the defund the police thing.
That's outrageous.
That's
It's the most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
Do you want her to help black people?
Because it's like, I've seen so many black on black crime. So it's just like, do we defund black people? You know? It's like, it's almost the same thing. You know, it's like, I see more black on black crime than I see an officer on black crime. A white officer on a black crime. I just don't see that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and then I tell somebody that well, the hood's already defunded. I'm like, actually, it's not.
I was talking to somebody about the stats, and they were telling me the stats are wrong. They're like, stats are lies, da 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 da. And I was like, well, like we can
see it on the internet.
Yeah, we can
see everything.
I'm gonna say we can manipulate the data many different ways, and the stats still say the same thing. It was actually my mom. I was arguing. My mom's a lawyer. She thinks she knows everything sometimes. She's intelligent. Love you, Mom. But sometimes we were arguing. I remember she was like, oh, no, that's not true. I said, all right, let's take it a step deeper. What's the data of this? I think I was talking about like the black single family homes has got up to like almost 70%. And she was like, no, that's just because they're having babies out of wedlock. I said, all right, let's take it to where a step further to black kids with no dad at all. It was like 58%. So it went from 70 to 58. And I remember she was like, well, I still don't agree with that. I was like, well, this is from fatherhood.org. I was like, how deep does it get, Mom? I was like, at what point do you like recognize that this is a problem? And like, she was like, we just have to agree to disagree. I was like, all right, whatever.
I don't know that. I feel like that's a problem because growing up, I seen a lot of, I'm in a single mother home. So I seen a lot of my friends growing up in a single mother home. So that's why I be like, I cannot say that's wrong when people argue with people.
But you want to know something? I'll take it a step further. This is a theory I've come up with, me personally. So I think the reason why the Democrat Party has such a grip on black people is the fact that obviously I think Democrat rhetoric plays on women's fears. It plays on fear, right? Women are emotionally thinking. So when they're pushing rhetoric from every mainstream media outlet where people watch news and think they're getting informed, the regular average person thinks they're getting informed, and it's playing on their fear, and they play on this fear of white supremacy and white people this and that, white people are against you, da 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 da, and women eat that up. Predominantly black women who are the highest supporters of the Democrat Party, they're gonna repeat that to their children, and if there's no father in the home, because there's so much single motherhood, like it's just gonna come down through the children from the mom.
It's gonna be a cycle.
Yeah, and then you've got, and then even if you look a step further than that, you have all these black women who are in the Democrat Party that hold positions of government who also repeat the same things, like Jasmine Crockett, Abby Phillip on CNN. Letitia James. Like we could name a whole bunch. Like we could keep going. So I just think it comes from the women, from black women, right? And they push it on their children, they spread the rhetoric, and they all accept it so much. That's why they're the strongest supporters of the Democrat Party. And men, black men who like black women, oh, we have to listen to the women because they love black women. That's how it goes. To me, that's why I think it gets that deep, to me. And I think that's, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I think that's another reason why, like, black men who are Republican have white wives, because if all the black women are a Democrat and you're a Republican, and then they have all these things, these labels and things they throw on black Republicans. You're a sellout, you're a coon, you're this, you're that. They demonize you. Why would a woman want to be with you if that's what you're seen as among these people? Like to a white woman or a woman who's outside of that and doesn't think that way, she would never view you like that. She doesn't care. Oh, she doesn't care. She would never view you like that. She doesn't care. So, I mean, that's why that is. That to me, that's like a theory I've come up with.
And for a lot of these black women, I don't blame them. I mean, you're being told that your entire community is going to turn against you if you go this direction, if you feel this way. So I bet there's a lot of black women who are just like,
look at Candace Owens.
Oh man,
yeah, they turn.
They destroy her. Like I remember, like they're like, oh yeah, we still hate Candace, but like you see her new series where she's exposing Kamala.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, we still hate Candace, but she's spitting, she cooking here. I'm like, we've met Candace. She's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the problem here?
It's just, going back to what I was saying earlier in the show about like Larry Elder. It's if a black person has an idea that conservatives or white people agree with, they say that they're grifting, they're pandering, they're playing into white supremacy. And it's like, I don't know, like if there's some overweight 55-year-old white dude who makes $40,000 a year and he's a huge fan of Thomas Sowell, I don't think that demeans Thomas Sowell. I don't think that means Thomas Sowell is like, Candace Owens, they call her a white supremacist and far right. I'm like, she's like a multimillionaire with 10 million plus fans. I'm pretty sure on the hierarchy of like how the world works, Oprah even, it doesn't even need to be Candace Owens. They're not oppressed.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
all.
Like, so that's why it's fascinating. They say Larry Elder's the blackface of white supremacy. And I'm like, dude, that working class white dude who barely is making ends meet, who loves listening to Larry Elder, is not racist.
Facts.
He's looking up to this guy, but they don't want that. They don't want that to be.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.